Lezu na pozici teďka.
Oh, last round.
It's going to be a 4-hour game because of you.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Svoboda Park in Prague, Czech Republic for the third day of play here at the 2018 WBSC Intercontinental Cup. The first game of today's schedule will feature Denmark as the home team against the Black Sox from New Zealand. The game will start momentarily. You can see the 4 umpires waiting for the teams to line up. Looking at the lineup sheets, we're going to see Campbell Gibson pitching for the Black Sox and Lukas Lohmann for Denmark. That's the umpiring crew, 3 Czech umpires and 1 umpire from North America. And the Black Sox are taking the field, they're lining up for the pregame ceremonies. The first 3 batters of their lineup as usual: Ben Anoka, Joel Evans, Jerome Ramicki. Then it's Thomas Anoka, Cole Evans, Riley Makia, Campbell Anoka, Zane Van Lieshout, Joe Farizo. So pretty much the same lineup as in the previous games for New Zealand. The only difference being that it will be Van Lieshout catching instead of Callan Compain. Thomas Anoka will be playing first. He was usually the designated player. The designated player in this game is Joe Farizo. New Zealand have another game scheduled for today, and that will be against Japan at 4:30. So they're giving their 2 top pitchers some time off, I guess. Nick Hayes and Daniel Chapman. Callan Compain is getting the game off, and the remaining bench players are Irud Rage, Pete Tarona, Rhys Evans, and Jackson Watt. And you saw Valdemar Terkelsen, who will be batting leadoff for Denmark as usual. This is his brother Freddie batting third. Daniel Julinon, the designated player. Jurgensen playing first, so getting some time off of catching as well. Catching will be Anton Brown. Pitching to him will be Lukas Lohmann, Patrick Nielsen, will be playing third, and Nikolai Elsner. Shortstop Jacob Berger will be playing second, but he's not in the batting order. So Daniel Julinon will bat instead of him. Kim Hansen getting the day off for Denmark, who have one more game tomorrow against Argentina at 1:30. So that's the one that they're going to focus on. And now we're going to listen to the national anthem, starting with New Zealand.
Skurvená Motorola se furt zhasíná, vole.
Now the national anthem of Denmark.
So that were the national anthems as the players now are walking towards home plate. They will shake hands, exchange small presents, and we'll be ready to start. So the umpiring crew making the calls behind the dish will be Jiri Dostal. At first we've got Lou Davis, second Jan Hora, third Michal Židek, and before we get to the game there will be a haka. So the Black Sox players coming out of their dugout, and the Danish players are gonna stand on the field as well to receive the haka. And it's Pitarona again leading the haka. Here it comes. Challenge given, challenge received, and we'll be ready to start as Team Denmark will be taking the field first, the home team for this game, with Lucas Lohmann pitching to Brown, Jørgensen first, Berger second, Nielsen third, Osner playing shortstop, Simonsen in left field, Terkelsen in center, and the younger Terkelsen in right field. Danish supporters in the stands, not that many of them, but they did travel all the way from Denmark. It's about a 10 hours or 12 hours drive. You need to take the ferry as well from Germany to Denmark. Many Czech players will be familiar with the trip going from the Czech Republic to Denmark, and obviously the Danes have traveled from Denmark to the Czech Republic too many times for anyone to actually remember or keep track of how many times it was. So we'll have Lohmann pitching to Brown. The first three batters, as per usual, that will be Ben Anoka, team captain, Joel Evans and Jerome Ramicki, who will be slated to bat in the top part of the first inning. A quick look at the standing after 2 days of play. Japan undefeated with 2 wins. Argentina 2 wins and 1 loss. New Zealand 1 win and 1 loss. The Czech Republic 1 win, 2 losses, and the same record for Denmark and the USA. So this is promising to be an interesting tournament until the very last game. We will know more after the 4 games that are scheduled for today. Just to remind you, it's this one, Denmark against New Zealand. We'll see Argentina battling Japan at 1:30. Japan against the Black Sox at 4:30. Definitely looking forward to that one. And at 7:30, the Czech Republic will be taking on the red, white, and blue, the United States of America. There will be 3 more games tomorrow. We'll be starting a bit later tomorrow at 1:30, as the organizers left some time reserved on Friday morning in case any of the rain should rain out. Hopefully that will not happen. Fortunately, we've had some good weather here. It did rain a little bit today, but it's sunny now, as you can see, and Lohmann is getting for the first pitch, and that is in there for a called strike 1. Lucas Lohmann, a young Danish pitcher, their number 3 after Hansen and Valde Terkelsen. And the 1-1, good pitch by Lohmann, missed by a couple of inches. So the count 2-1 on Ben Anoka. Good rise ball that missed upstairs. Ben Anoka batting 2 for 6 at the tournament with a home run and 2 runs batted in. He walked once and struck out once. An on-base percentage of .429. And now he walks. So that will improve his on-base percentage, as Joel Evans will step into the batter's box, batting number 2. The second baseman, he gets the sign from Daryl Marino, and he'll be ready to see the first pitch from Lohmann. And the runner goes, and The call is safe at second. Not a bad throw from the lefty catcher Anton Brown. Covering second was the second baseman Jacob Berger. But a stolen base will be scored for Ben Anoka. Let's have another look at the play. That was a very close play, but Jan Hoda was right there to make the call. So now 1-0 on Evans. Shows bunt, but that pitch missed up and away. So 2-0 on Joel Evans. And Lohman with the pitch. Shows bunt again. That pitch missed the zone. 3-0. So now the 3-0 pitch to Evans. Not a bad pitch, but Yuri Dostal is calling a pretty small zone in this game, it seems. So 2 runners on, none out, and Jerome Ramicki, the Black Sox power hitter. Now he's been reminded by Dostal to put his necklace under his jersey so that it wouldn't get in the way and so that it wouldn't hurt anybody. So Lohman ready to pitch to Ramicki, who's taking the first pitch in. He's batting 3 for 6. So he's the leading batter for New Zealand with 1 home run and 2 runs batted in. As a team, the Black Sox are batting 326. That is 15 for 46 with 3 homers. Now the 0-1 to Ramicki. Shows bunt. They're going to check the swing with Michal Židek down at third. The call is yes, he did go through the zone. And you could see the reaction on Jerome Ramicki's face. So now 0-2 on Ramicki. And Lucas Lohman looking to get the first out of the inning. There's Benanoka on at second. And that was a pretty good pitch. Low pitch below knee level. Very good job by Lohman. So now 1-2, I believe, or 2-0. That one missed the zone. So 2-2 the count. It was 1-2. So the scoreboard operator got it wrong here at the oldest park. What it is? Well, it is quite early in the morning and maybe he hasn't had his coffee yet. Now the 2-2 hit the other way, but there will be no... Well, it fell on the dirt, but it was too far away from either Nielsen or Elsner. So no play on that foul. So 2-2 the count. It's interesting to see that the Black Sox showed bunt a couple of times, even with their power hitter. It's quite obvious that they're here to develop the team and try out a couple of things. That pitch missed upstairs. And short game is something that sometimes seems to be missing from today's fastball, at least with some teams, but definitely not with the Black Sox, who are a well-known hitting team still. They would put down the bunt if necessary. The same goes for Argentina, for that matter. Japan, didn't really even have to mention them. The Czech Republic did not use any short game yesterday, and it may have been one of the factors that contributed to the fact that they lost the game to Japan, which they started really well. Now this pitch in the middle of the zone pretty much fouled away. Because if you have 3 runners on with none out, alright, you let the first guy swing, he strikes out, but then you gotta change something. You cannot see 3 guys going into the batter's box and striking out. 2 of them looking even. That's just not what you do if you want to defeat a team such as Japan. Now the 3-2 to Ramaki. And that's hit the other way to Nielsen. And that will be ruled an error. Hard grounder to third. Low to the bases as Frode Lindner steps on the field to talk to his team. Frode Lindner played most of the games at the 2015 European Super Cup Men in Radotin, in which his team Horsholm got to third place with a very, very slim roster. They were supposed to have Eric Urbaneja pitching for them, I believe, from Venezuela. He didn't show up, so it was Valde Terkelsen doing most of the pitching. Then Freddie got injured a bit. Jens Terkelsen played a couple of games. And they still had a good run now. A grounder. They go to second and to first for the double play. Good job as the run scores. That was Benenoka crossing home plate. But good defense by Denmark as they turn 2. A 6-4-3 double play. So now 1 runner on at that's third. That's Joel Evans, and the batter is Cole Evans, number 47, and the first pitch to him missed by a little bit. So again, very narrow, very tight zone so far by Yuri Dostal. And the door open down next to the first base dugout. So the umpire closed it, and we're going to resume with Cole Evans batting. Cole Evans going 1 for 4. That lone hit being a home run. He walked once and struck out twice. And that's driven out of the park. 2 more runs for New Zealand. Nice shot by Cole Evans. So the Black Sox now leading by 3 with 2 down in the top part of the first inning, as we're looking at the head coach for the Black Sox on this trip, number 14, Daryl Moreno. Batting next will be number 99, Riley Maka. There he is. Riley batting 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. Up and away, and again shows bunt. That's the 2-run shot all the way into the warm-up field. Good pitch by Lawman. It's a nibble of the zone. 1-1 on Riley Maka, who represented his nation at the Junior Worlds 2 times, I believe. He's a good pitcher as well. I think he was the starting pitcher for the Black Sox at the Junior Worlds. Now the 2-1 misses way outside. Now 3-1. He pitched in a game against the Czech Republic in New Zealand in February this year, allowing only 3 runs. That was a pretty good game for him. And now he fouls this one into the backstop, so 3 balls and 2 strikes. So now the payoff from Lukas Lohmann, and that's hit up in the air, and that will fall on the roof of the stands here for a foul ball. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the 3-2 pitch again from Lohmann. Swung on and missed. Or did he get a piece of that? He probably did. Good pitch by Lohmann. He's not afraid to pitch in the zone for these New Zealand batters, who can definitely crush the ball. Now 3-2 again with 2 down, no runners on here in the top part of the first inning. And the pitch swung on and missed. Good job by Lohmann getting out number 3, as we'll be going to the bottom part of the first inning. The Black Sox got 3 runners on, 3 runners across, so they're up by 3. And we'll be back for the bottom part of the first inning in a few moments. Welcome back to Svoboda Park, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going into the bottom part of the first inning. Look at the starting defensive lineup for New Zealand. It's Gibson pitching to unleash out. Enoka playing first, that is Thomas. Joel Evans playing second. Jerome Rameke on third. Cole Evans playing short. Riley Macchia in left field. Ben Enoka in center field, and Campbell Enoka in right field. So all 3 Enokas in the lineup for this game. So it might be actually less confusing if I refer to them using their first names. Campbell Gibson, number 33. He pitched 2 innings yesterday against Argentina, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Struck out 1 batter, and the opposing batting average was 500. That was a good game for Argentina, and actually a very fun game to watch. Argentina really played hard after they had dropped 1 to the US in the morning. Batting first, as usual, number 60, Valdemar Terkelsen, who's batting 3 for 8 with a home run and 1 run batted in. And the first pitch from Campbell misses inside. One and 0. A low drop ball. 2 and 0. And he files that one away and out of the park. Great hitter, the younger Terkelson. He can hit for power, he can hit for contact, he can bunt, he can slap hit. He's pretty fast. He has been for a couple of past years. He lost some weight a few years ago, and I think that helped his game. 2-1, actually 3-1 already. He played for the Pueblo Bandits at the ISC World Tournament. I think he also played for the Holman Twins at some point. Now the 3-1, and that's called strike. It was sitting on the outside corner of the plate, so the count now full on Valde. Three and two. I mentioned the run that his team had at the 2015 Super Cup. It was incredible to watch, especially Valde carrying his team on his back, and now that pitch called strike on the outside corner, and the zone just got slightly bigger on that one. A very good pitch though by Gibson to get the first out. Now batting number 20, Martin Simonsen. Simonsen batting 2 for 7 with a double and a home run. So his slugging is 857. That's pretty good. He walked once, struck out twice. Now the 1-0 from Gibson. Good pitch, swung on and missed. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Simonsen. Hit a home run against the Czech Republic in that tight game yesterday, in which Kim Hansen shut down the Czech batters for 6 innings. Now that's hit into shallow left field, and that will fall in for a base hit. So 3 for 8 now, Simonsen. Pretty good stats on this still relatively young Danish hitter. So 1 down, 1 runner on, and Freddy Terkelsen, the batter. That was Ben picking up the ball after the base hit, and here's Freddy Terkelsen batting 2 for 7. First pitch, a ball. That one missed inside. You can see Gibson does not like the call very much as he turns away and walks towards the outfield. So 2-0 on Freddy Terkelsen. So now the 2-0 pitch. A rise ball. 3-0 the count now. And a walk given up to Terkelsen by Gibson. So next up, number 25, Daniel Julian, who goes by the nickname of Charlie. There's Kim Hansen in the door to the dugout. He's taking the day off. And there's Yulinon batting 1 for 8 so far at this tournament. He will be part of Team Europe for the exhibition game on Sunday. And the first pitch in the zone for a called strike 1. Now the 0-1, and that's hit in the dirt. 0-2. So 0-2 with 1 down and 2 runners on here in the bottom of the first inning of the first game of day 3 of the 2018 WBSC Intercontinental Cup. A new event. This is the inaugural year. It should be happening every 2 years in between the World Championships. And the grounder to Thomas. He first wanted to go to second, but then as he saw there was no play, he got the easy out. So Yulinon moves the runners to second and third, and next up will be Anders Jørgensen. Jørgensen 2 for 7 with an RBI. Struck out 3 times at the tournament. He takes the first one for a strike. Let's have another look on the ground. Thomas, good grab. First turns towards second, then gets the easy out on at first. Now 2 down, 0-1 the count on Jørgensen. Now that one outside. One ball and 1 strike. And now that's hit the other way. That will be picked up by Joel Evans. So not a bad inning for the Danish side, but they got nothing across on 1 hit and no errors. So after 1 complete, the Black Sox are up by 3 runs. We'll be back with more after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
And we're back online, ladies and gentlemen, for the top part of the first inning. We'll see Campbell Anoka, Zane Van Lieshout, and Joe Farizo. And apparently it will be Valde Turkelsen pitching now, which means that Jørgensen is going to have to catch, so no time off catching for him, but I'm sure he doesn't mind. He's used to catching. You can see he's got a bandage on his throwing elbow. He's been suffering with some arm problems. He'll definitely be playing at the Super Cup next week. That starts Monday. So overcast a little bit here in Prague. There was a bit of rain this morning, but the forecast I think is quite good for the tournament. Hopefully it will stay like that. And the throw is second from Lange, as they call him. So yeah, if there's one thing that can really mess up a tournament, it's rain, it's weather, but that's the one thing that you can't control. It rained quite a lot in Whitehorse last year. It rained in New Zealand when the Czech Republic went there for their preparation tour for 2 weeks in February. They were scheduled to play a couple of friendly games against 2 teams composed of the members of the Broder squad for the Black Sox, but a full day of play rained out, unfortunately. So that is number 28, Campbell Inoka, going 0 for 2, striking out twice, walking once, so he has yet to have a hit at the tournament. Another ball low and away. So the 2-0 to Campbell Inoka. Swung on and missed. So 2-1 the count. And Valdemar Turkelsen with the pitch. And that's hit up in the air. Is there room for play? For Jurgensen, there is. He caught. So that was a towering fly ball in foul territory as Jurgensen makes the catch. So first he thought it was gone. Now he turns around. Oh, there it is. And he makes the catch. So batting now, Zan van Lieshout with 1 down. And striking the zone to open the count on him. Oh, and 1, and that one's belted into left field off the wall, and that will be a stand-up double. Nice shot, Van Lieshout, to open his hitting tab at this tournament, as it was Colin Compain catching the previous 2 games. Batting now will be Joe Farizo, the incredibly fast infielder who's the designated player for this game. And the first pitch to Farizo, low and away. Farizo 2 for 3 in the 1 game that he played. That was yesterday's game against Argentina, in which he bunted for a hit, and then I think he had a single. Now he hits this one foul. So now the 1-1 pitch coming up next to Farizo. And a good pitch up and away. Missed the zone by a little bit. So 2-1 on Farizo now. That one gets a piece of the zone. Joe Farizo played for Hutt Valley at the Golden Homes National Fast Pitch Championship in February, batting 370 as he sends that one away, foul. Two and two the count. Hutt Valley won the Golden Homes National Fast Pitch Championship. They defeated a strong Auckland side who had won it 3 times in a row going into that event. Now one gets away and into the glass. That will allow the runner to move up. So 3 and 2 now on Joe Farizo. And hit towards the left side, foul. There's Anders Jorgensen, who started the game at first base, and now he's catching. So Lohmann only pitched 1 inning. He struck out Riley Makea in pitching in the top part of the second inning is Valde Turkelsen. Now a bit of a problem in communication between the catcher and the pitcher. But that's all sorted out. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll throw this one, says Valde. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So after surrendering a double, Valde strikes out Farizo, and back to the top of the lineup we go with Ben Anoka, team captain. Batting now with Farizo, the runner now on at third, courtesy of the 2-out catcher rule. That's a good pitch. Up and in. Ben Anoka walked his first time up and stole a base. Now the count 0-1 on him. That was a pretty good pitch from the southpaw, hailing from Horsholm, the Kingdom of Denmark. A lovely country, definitely worth visiting, the capital of Copenhagen. It's really a pleasant place to be. Now the 1-1 from Valde, and hit up in the air into right field, as under it comes Lucas Lohmann to make the catch. So the Black Sox bring nothing across on 1 hit, 1 left on base. We'll be going to the bottom part of the second inning after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at Campbell Anoka, who's playing right field today. One of the Anoka brothers made an appearance at the 2016 Super Cup. I believe that will have been Campbell, I think. So in this part of the game, we're gonna see Brown, Lawman, and Nielsen. This is a grounder picked up by Thomas. Throw the first. So Brown started as the catcher, now playing first, going 2 for 7. At the tournament with a double. And that one's in there for a called strike 1. Now the 1-1 delivery. And that's hit up in the air. The other way. Is there room for play? Sliding underneath that was Cole Evans, but it falls into foul territory. 1-2. Good hustle by the shortstop. Getting there, it seemed that that ball could have been caught. Now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's hit up in the air and foul. So it was actually Ben Anoka in Italy, 2016. And Azzano, Decimo, and Staranzano, and all the other places for the 2016 Super Cup. As Brown goes down swinging. He was part of a pretty strong roster for a team. Well, for Horsholm, for the Hurricanes, they had Ben Anoka. They also had Herman Sachs from Argentina. Now Lawman with the bunt. And an error by the pitcher. The ball slipped out of his hand, so he couldn't make the throw. Batting next will be number 44, Patrick Nielsen. So as I said, the 2016 Horsholm, they had Ben Anoka, Herman Sachs, and Diego van Opstal from Argentina, but they got eliminated from the tournament, I believe, by the Bulls. I think that game should still be available in the archives of Playo.tv, or maybe on the YouTube channel, Softball Europe, as Softball Europe has been bringing you live games from top international events since 2014, I believe. Now the pitch, the bunt, and there will be a throw to first, and he's called out, so he took too much of a lead. That was Lawman, and now he's picked off by Van Lieshout in cooperation with Joel Evans. Another look. The bunt, that was right in the middle. Now the throw. And he sort of fell on his bag and rolled around a little bit, as he couldn't find the bag. So the tag was applied and he's out. So 2 down now. And 1-2 the count on Nielsen. They go outside with the slider. The Hurricanes eventually finished in the number 6 spot. 2016 Super Cup. That was won by Pro Roma, the Italian side. Now Nielsen hits that one foul. The European Super Cup is modeled after the ISC World Championship. The idea was conceived of by Jens Terkelsen. And that's hit into center field, and that will fall in for a base hit. Good job by Nielsen. Good at bat, fouled a couple of pitches away, and then he got a base hit to center field. So batting next will be Nikolai Elsner, number 10. He's the number 9 batter with 2 down, and Nielsen the batter. And that's hit the other way. Good line drive, but a good catch by Campbell Anoka to retire the side. But a pretty good inning again for the Danish side. They made contact a couple of times, but they did not manage to bring anything across. So after 2 complete, the Black Sox 3, Team Denmark 0. We'll be back with more after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this live presentation brought to you by Playo.tv, your partner for live broadcasting. We'll be going to the top part of the 3rd inning with Joel Evans, Jerome Ramicki, and Thomas Anoka slated to bat. That's the foul. Maybe if Riley Mackey had got the ball, and if he'd slid towards it, may have caught it, but well, easy to say that sitting here in the commentator's booth at the newly renovated Svoboda Park in Prague, Czech Republic. So batting now is Joel Evans. He walked his first time up and he scored a run. And that one's in there again. He shows bunt. So it seems that the Black Sox are going to try and practice their short game. Or maybe he's just trying to keep the Danish fielders on their toes. So now the 0-1. And that's hit up in the air into shallow right field as under it comes Lohmann to make the routine catch. 1 down. So batting next will be Jerome Ramicki. He popped one up, fly ball into right field. Caught it into the palm of his glove, which is not the safest thing to do. So Ramicki now going 1 for 1. So now the 1-0. Good nibble there on that pitch by Valde Terkelsen. So the 1-1 on Ramicki. That one missed outside. Denmark made an appearance at the ISF Worlds for a total of 6 times. The first time in 1988. Now the 2-1. That was a pretty good rise ball that missed upstairs by a little bit. So they actually may be the first European team to make an appearance at the ISF, or now the WBSC Worlds, as the Czechs only played for the first time in 1992 and hit the other way and foul. Great Britain's first appearance was in Christchurch 2004. Israel in 1996. They are part of Softball Europe for obvious reasons. The Netherlands were there in 1996, and there's a question mark and an asterisk next to their flag for 1992 on the Wikipedia page. So now the 3-2 on Ramicki, and that will get away from Brown, was it? Number 21. And a good hustle by Ramicki, who up to second, and then on third, as Anton Brown didn't seem too keen on going to pick the ball up. There's Ramicki. Sharp grounder. It got away. But then there was a bad hop, or not a bad hop, but came back from the fence, contrary to all expectations. So 1 out, and the batter is Thomas Anoka. Pitch to him, missed upstairs. So that question mark and asterisk that I mentioned a while ago regarding the Netherlands and their participation at the Men's Softball World Championship. Now that one is driven down the left field line. That will be a base hit. It will actually be a double, stand-up double, for an RBI2 by Thomas. So that's run number 4 for the Black Sox. It says here that the Netherlands participated at the 1992 edition, but they were not included in the final standings by the ISF. So there, I'm sensing there might be an interesting story behind that. Maybe some of you viewers know what happened, so maybe you can try and share it with us using social media. Batting now, Cole Evans. That was a sharp liner. Simonsen picks it up, and Thomas in second. Thomas Sanoka earning his 52nd cap in this game today, I believe. Now, next pitch to Cole Evans. And that's a check swing grounder as Terkelson picks it up and throws it to first for the easy out. 2 down as Thomas moves up 60 feet to third. So batting now will be number 99, Riley Makia, who struck out against Lohman his first time up. 1 runner on, 2 out. and Makia. Now facing Valde Terkelsen. And that one will get away. And Thomas Enoka didn't get a good jump on the passed ball, so he stayed put. Now the 1-0. Terkelsen getting the sign. Now the 1-0 on Makia. Two and 0 now on Makia. And he belts that one into left field, and it's caught in flight about 2 or 3 meters shy of the fence. So after the top of the third inning, New Zealand are up by a score of 4-0. They got 1 run across and 1 hit, 1 error, and they left 1 on base. We'll be going to the bottom part of the third inning after a short break. Welcome back to Prague, ladies and gentlemen, as you're looking at Team Japan on the warm-up field here at Svoboda Park. They will be getting ready for their first game today. I think that will be against Argentina, scheduled to start here at 1:30. It's in 2 hours. They have a doubleheader scheduled for today. First one against Argentina, the next one against the Black Sox, who are now leading against Denmark by 4 runs. Batting now Valde Terkelsen, facing Campbell Gibson. Sends it to the ground to Joel Evans, picked up, and he's out at first. Next up with 1 down, Martin Simonsen. Who's going 1 for 1 in this game. And he hits one into the gap, and he'll be going for second, and a stand-up double for Simonsen. So he's been having a pretty good game today. Can definitely hit the ball well. Next up, Freddie Terkelsen. Freddie Terkelsen, born on the 1st of April 1987, and that will find the gap, and they will send the runner in. No, they will not do that. So he's held up at third by Frode Lundner. So back-to-back hits by the Danish side. Next up will be Daniel Ulenon. There is actually an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to Fredrik Brask Terkelsen. It's in Danish though, so those of you who don't speak this Germanic language will have problems reading it, but still you can at least find a list of all the teams that he's played for. So now Ulenon taking the first pitch for a strike. So Freddie spent 2 years in New Zealand for Porirua United. 3 years actually. He also played for the Mount Albert Ramblers in Auckland. Played for the Broken Bow Gremlins. And another stint with the Ramblers in 2009. Then with the Jarvis Travelers for 3 years in a row. And that's hit on the ground by Charlie Ulenon. The run does come across, but the Black Sox turn 2. Capitalizing on the fact that Charlie isn't the fastest of runners. So still another good inning by the Danes, who still have yet to score a run in this one, as they're trailing against the Black Sox by a score of 4-0. We'll be back with more after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're looking at Lukas Lohman, who was the starting pitcher in this game. He struck out Riley Makia to end the top part of the first inning. In relief of him, pitching now is Valde Terkelsen. Now, in the top part of the fourth inning, we'll see Thomas Anoka, Cole Evans, and Riley Makia. As we look into the stands at the local volunteers, there are plenty of them hoping to organize this tournament. They get nothing in exchange for that but a t-shirt and the opportunity to watch world-class fastball every day for a week. Thomas swings at the first pitch. 0-1. One ball and one strike. Now the 1-1 time's called, so Valde takes the opportunity to get a warm-up throw overhand to short. He's known to do that quite often. He wants to stay warm and in shape during the entire game. So now the 1-1 to Anoka. Hit down the left field line, foul. One ball, two strikes on Thomas Anoka. Up and away. 2-2 now. And some clouds are coming in. We'll look at the rain forecast, but not before we see the 2-2 from Turkelson. Swung on and missed. Strike one. First out, strike three. Good job by Turkelson. Getting one out. Next up, Van Lieshout. So I got it mixed it up naturally. It was obviously number 28 Campbell Anoka, as Riley Makia was the last out of the previous inning on that long fly ball line drive to left field. So now batting Zane Van Lieshout with Joe Farizo, the designated player, in the on-deck circle. And Van Lieshout looks at the first pitch. A rise ball for ball one. Van Lieshout got a double his first time up. He played with Havlicka Brod Hippos last year, the European Super Cup, as they finished second. Now that pitch called a strike. Good pitch by Turkelson. So now the 1-1. They go upstairs again. Two balls, one strike. And that's hit foul towards the food court area. See the yellow tents branded Rebel. Rebel is the brewer in Havlicka Brod, one of the sponsors, one of the main sponsors of this event in the next year's Worlds. So now the 2-2 to Van Lieshout. Good pitch, missed low and away. And falls into the food court area. Hopefully didn't hit anybody. We had a small incident here last night. Child was hit by a home run. 3-2. A bit off speed by Turkelson, and Van Lieshout hits it foul. So yeah, last night, the first inning of the game between the Czech Republic and Japan, as Patrick Kolkus hit his 2-run shot. He unfortunately hit a little boy, that's Lawrence Allen's son, into the head, but thank God nothing serious happened. He didn't have any scrape or anything. Obviously there will be a small bruise on his head, but eyewitnesses say that they saw him running around again a few moments after the incident, so thank God everything was alright. It really is important to pay attention when you come into a ballpark, especially with a child. I mentioned yesterday that they have a great covered playground area for kids here, so you can just tell them to play there and you don't have to worry about them being hit by a foul ball. Now the first pitch to Farizo, a strike. Now I'm looking at the rain forecast, and apparently there might be some rain tonight, in the evening and later tonight. Now the bunt hit foul by Farizo. So let's hope that it doesn't rain too bad, so that the local grounds crew don't have to dry the diamond for the games. So fingers crossed for that. Now the count 0-2 in Farizo, with Van Lieshout the runner on at first. Swung on and missed. A good pitch by Terkelsen. So 2 down. So back to the top of the lineup with team captain Ben Anoka. And Terkelsen ready with the pitch. They go outside. They miss the plate. 1-0. Now the 1-0. The runner's taking off. The throw from Lange is not in time as Farizo slides into second. It's him running now at first base instead of Van Lieshout, who's the catcher. And the throw hit him. So batting next, or still batting, sorry, is Ben Anoka with the count 2-0. And Terkelsen talking to Jurgensen. So 2-0 the count with 2 down, and Farizo the runner on at second base. So the 2-0 that missed upstairs. 3-0, and they're gonna finish the at-bat for Ben Anoka by giving him the intentional walk. Was already 3-0, so Valde thought that nothing good could come of that anymore, so they walk him. Batting next will be Joel Evans, and in the on-deck circle we have a new guy, that's Rhys Evans. So we will not be seeing Jerome Remarque, if I'm getting this right. I've been given some pronunciation tips courtesy of Jerome's PK manager, Chanel Masters. So shout out going out all the way to New Zealand. I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. I'm guessing it will be almost midnight over there. So Ray Maki will be given some time off, as Rhys Evans will be given the opportunity to bat. He's warming up in the on-deck circle, but we still have Joel Evans up next. And a pitching substitution seems to be underway again, so Jurgensen goes to first, which is where he started actually in this game. Lahmann back into the pitching circle, which means that Anton Brown will put on the catching gear. Yes, there he is. He just got into the catcher's area. So Lahmann warming up again. He pitched 1 inning. The first one he struck out Riley Makia. And now he'll face Joel Evans, Rhys Evans. eventually, unless he obviously gets the job done to get the out, as there already are 2 out here in the top part of the 4th inning. Got 2 runners on. That's Joe Farizo on at second and Ben Inoka on at first after the intentional walk. Joel Evans 0 for 1 in this game. He did score a run. He walked once. And he's ready to see the first pitch from Lawman. Here it comes. And a good nibble on the outside corner for strike 1. So 0-1. And that will fall into shallow left field for a base hit as Daryl Marino waves Joe Farizo for run number 5 for the Black Sox. So Joel Evans made contact. This is Irudrage, a pitcher from the Waitakere Bears, who have a lovely field in Auckland. We played a couple of warm-up games there. First against the local club, the Bears, and then against Glenfield G-Force. Now this is hit towards short, and in comes Ben Inoka, and Joel Evans will be held up at third. So a good pinch hitting appearance by Rhys Evans, getting the single hit. Next up, Thomas Inoka. So the Czech national team played a couple of warm-up games in February in the Waitakere Bears Park, and the Glenfield G-Force, who apparently play 2nd division in Auckland, got a win against the Czechs, which just shows you how good fast-pitch softball really is in New Zealand. Got a lot of depth, a lot of players playing on all different levels, and when that all comes together and you pick your best players, that's how world champions are made. Now 2 out, runners in the corners, and the first pitch to Thomas Inoka, a strike. Thomas had a double and an RBI in this game, going 1 for 2. He hit into a double play. Nice pitch by Lawman outside. And Iberia Airlines flying into Prague from somewhere, I'm guessing Spain. And that's hit up in the air into right field. And under it comes Valdo Terkelsen to make the catch. So the Black Sox got 2 runs across on 2 hits, no errors, and they left 2 runners stranded. So they're up by 6 runs, as we'll be going to the bottom part of the 4th inning after this.
No ale tak my se
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Svoboda part. There have been some changes made by the Black Sox. It seems that Riley Makia now playing in center field as Campbell Anoka moves to left field, and that might be Jackson Watt in right field now. Yeah, there's a huge lefty guy with the number 24. That's got to be Jackson Watt. Batting now will be Anders Jørgensen with Anton Brown on deck and Lohman in the hole. A ground at the third, picked up by Rhys Evans for out number 1. So next up, Anton Brown. And yes, so the substitutions. Jackson Watt came in for Anoka, for Ben Anoka, and they rearranged the outfield. Now the grounder to Rhys Evans and throw to Thomas. Anton Brown batting now, and they got a little piece of the zone on the low outside corner of the zone. Brown 0 for 1 today. He struck out, and you can see the umpire closing the door again. It mysteriously reopened for the second time during this game. So here's Gibson with the pitch. Good pitch outside, called strike by Jiří Dostal. 0-2 now. They go outside again, off the plate now. One ball, 2 strikes. And that's hit foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So 1-2 on Anton Brown. And a good drop ball by Campbell Gibson for strike 3 as Brown goes down swinging. Next up, Lukas Lohman, who's going 1 for 1 today. They go up and away, out of the zone. So the 1-0, that gets away and hits piece of the glass or of the frame around the glass here behind home plate. It's a pretty good setup, I have to say, in the newly reconstructed Svoboda Park. And that's hit towards second. Good grab by Joel Evans. Good contact again by Lohman. The Danes have been making contact quite well throughout this game, but they still haven't scored a run as the Black Sox are leading by 6 before the bottom part of
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going to the top part of the fifth inning here. That was Jurgensen grounding out to number 4, Rhys Evans. He came in instead of Reimake. He had a hit in his first at-bat of the game and maybe even of the tournament.
Myslíš, že ten Rucháč jede?
Yeah, it seems that it would... No, actually, Rhys Evans did play, going 0 for 2, striking out once, going into this game. And this is Pita Rona in the door of the dugout. He steps out now, so he'll be coming in to play for the first time at this tournament. The tall guy from North Harbor. A great pitcher and an excellent batter as well. He shut out the Czech national team at the Golden Homes National Fast Pitch Championship in February. I think he got 17 strikeouts. He had a really good changeup that fooled the Czech hitters most of the time. So we'll be seeing him in a few moments, but first it's Cole Evans, who hit a homer in this game already. So Pita coming in instead of Riley Makia. I already mentioned in our broadcast that Makia is the son of the ISC Hall of Famer Thomas Makia, who's also one of the coaches of the junior Black Sox. And Pita Rona, as the name suggests, is one of the 2 sons of Brad Rona, the retired Black Sox player, who still plays for Northcote and North Harbor. He joined Team Czech Republic in February to give them a talk about his career and his approach to hitting and fielding. It was really inspiring to hear him talk. He also showed us his collection of rings, which was pretty impressive. Now the 2-1 to Cole Evans. Swung on and missed. So 2-2. Cole Evans played for Auckland at the NFCs. Now towering fly ball into right field. Under it comes Terkelsen to make the grab. 1 down. So batting now will be number 25, Pita Rona. He was the leading batter at the National Fast Pitch Championship, playing for North Harbor, batting .619 with 7 runs batted in, 4 home runs. First pitch to him, called strike on the outside corner. He's facing Lucas Lohman now. Good changeup, good nibble by Lohman, who gets ahead in the count early on. Pita also pitched 4 games at that tournament, striking out 34. And a good low drop ball off speed. 1-2 on Pita Rona, whose girlfriend, I've been told, is a great ball player as well, a member of the White Sox. I wonder if people are hanging out at Vairau Sports Bar watching this game. That one missed low and inside. The Czechs were given a warm welcome at that sports bar in the Vairo Valley in Auckland in February after a warm-up game against Northcote. And now Pitarone is walked, and that will bring up number 28, Campbell Anoka. The guys at Vairo treated the Czechs to a great barbecue dinner, played some pool, sang some Maori songs. It was a pleasant experience for everybody involved. Now, with one down, the first pitch to Campbell missed outside. Now the 1-0. The runner takes off and shot into left field as Pitarone will be held on at third. Nice shot by Campbell Inoka. With one down, we'll have Van Lieshout batting next. And this is the 5th inning. It's the top of the 5th inning as the Black Sox are the visiting team here for this game. Nice shot. Good running. I think that that may have been a hit and run situation actually. So one down, Van Lieshout batting next. And as this is the top of the 5th inning, the Black Sox could use those 2 runs. They want to win it by virtue of the mercy rule here and save some strength for their second game today, scheduled to start at 4:30 against Japan. That'll be an interesting game that will tell us a lot about what the standings might look like after the round robin. That one missed low and inside. And there's Zane Van Lieshout. He played for the Circle Tap Dukes at the ISC World Tournament. Good pitch by Lawman, called strike by Yuri Dostal. Van Lieshout was a utility player for the Dukes, batting 3 for 16 with an RBI. Struck out 7 times. As the Dukes from Denmark, Wisconsin made it all the way into the final game. Three 3-0 the count now. And that's in there for called strike 1. So now hitter's count on Van Lieshout. And that one's in there as well. Full count now. Pretty good job by Lawman. Going back from 3-0 to 3-2. By that one up and away, they were trying to get him to chase it out of the zone. And that loads the bases for number 9, Joe Farizo, with one down. And Frode Lindner is going to go talk to his infielders. Farizo struck out twice in this game, so he could really use a hit here to boost his confidence. In the on-deck circle, we have Jackson Watt, who came in instead of Ben Anoka. This is Campbell Anoka. Now the pitch to Farizo, and caught barehanded by Daryl Marino. Well, I'm guessing will have been a player himself when he was younger. Maybe some of you viewers could share that with us. Wow, good pitch by Lawman, called strike. So 0-2 on Joe Farizo. Good pitch by Lawman. With this count, he's ahead 0-2, so we're going to pitch around the zone for a while. There you go, outside again. So I just found an article in stuff.co.nz that talks about Daryl Marino. And that one's hit on the ground foul. So Marino, he's a former Black Sox outfielder. He was appointed Black Sox coach in 2015. Also a rugby league coach, where he coached his son. That one is hot shot into center field, and that will get over. That's Simonsen, and that will score 2 runs. So the Black Sox take an 8-0 lead here with 1 down, 2 runners on, and that was belted by Farizo. Simonsen was playing shallow center field a little bit, obviously, as they wanted to defend against that run. So now batting Jackson Watt. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Now the 0-1. Good changeup outside. So apparently the coach Marino toured North America with the Black Sox in 1995. Good pitch again by Lawman. 2-1. Apparently Marino goes back a long way with Sorensen. Started playing together in the Cardinals under 15 team. Now 3-1 to Watt is fouled away. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson Watt. That one missed up and away. So a walk given up. To Watt, and that loads the bases, and Svoboda Lindner comes out of the dugout. And what's going to happen next is, well, they're going to pitch again, which would mean that probably mean that Jorgensen would put on his catching gear. Well, we'll see about this substitution. I guess Svoboda Lindner just wants to stop this inning and get into the bottom part of inning number 5, maybe score a couple of runs. So yeah, I'm getting intel from Jason Gerbies, the announcer for North Harbour softball and softball New Zealand in general. He's telling me that Marino was indeed a teammate of Mark Sorensen's at the Hutt Valley Cardinals. Jason, aka Chopper, should be joining us next year as commentator for the Worlds. We'll be putting together a whole new crew for that event to make sure that you get to enjoy all the games from the 2019 Worlds, even if you cannot come to the Czech Republic to watch them games live yourself. We'll be bringing you more information on that as we go. We've already been in talks with the Ballpark Broadcasting, that famous commentator crew presided over by Jim Flanagan. I'm hoping that Blair Setford and Joe Todd will be joining us for that as well. Those two guys did a terrific job in Kitchener, and they gave me the opportunity to join them for a while in their booth to talk about what's next for Czech softball. But what's next for us here is Joel Evans batting with the bases loaded against Terkelsen, and it has started to rain somewhat here, so the weather a bit wobbly today. Hopefully it will not interfere with the schedule. So now the 1-0, and that missed upstairs again. 2-0 now. So it's Joel Evans batting now, with Rhys Evans warming up in the on-deck circle. They go upstairs again, 3-0. So now the 3-0 pitch, called strike on the outside corner. So now 3-1 on Joel Evans, who's batting 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run. He walked once in this game. That's hit foul, so Valde comes back from 3-0 to 3-2. The base is loaded here in the top part of the 5th inning for Joel Evans. And he hits that one foul. Joel Evans also played for Hutt Valley, batting 382 at the National Fast Pitch Championship. He had 9 runs batted in. He hit a home run, 2 doubles. Played 10 games. So I guess that's all of the games at the tournament. So now the 3-2. And that's hit up in the air. Towering fly ball. Under it comes the center fielder, and the throw going into the infield, and the runners will stay where they are. 2 out now. Time called as Terkelson went into the dugout or to get a new ball. So batting next with will be Rhys Evans with a hit already in this game. So 2 down. And the first pitch to Rhys Evans. Ball. One and 0 was. It's still raining here, as you can see, here in Svoboda Park. So the 1-0 going away. 2-0. But I can already see bits of blue sky, so hopefully this rain will be over soon. Forecast did say there might be a couple of showers. So now the 2-0 to Rhys Evans. And that's in there for strike 1. Now the 2-1. There you go, outside with that one. 3-1 now. So hitter's count for Rhys Evans, 3-1, and Terkelson with the pitch. Down in the dirt. And the Devils merry-go-round. A walk with the bases loaded for run number 9. Next up, Thomas Anoka. And on deck is Cole Evans, and the first pitch to Thomas, and that gets away again. Teresa will not score, so it seems the ball is slipping out of Walder's hand, what with the rain and whatnot. 1-0. That's in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 to Thomas Anoka. That missed outside. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And that's hit into left center field. It gets to the wall. 1 run scores, another run scores, and the 3rd run scores. So 3 runs. 12-0. The score now. So batting next, Cole Evans. Going 1 for 3 in this game with a home run, 2-run shot. They go outside with that one, a bit off speed. Ball number 1. One and 1. And that's the 3-run double by Thomas Anoka. Now that pitch gets away, but Thomas Anoka will stay on at second as his teams are already up by more than 10 runs. So I'm guessing they will not be advancing on passed balls here. That one missed up and away. Now the 2-1. That was the 3-1 as Cole Evans walks to first. So batting next will be number 25, Peter Rona. His younger brother Caleb was part of the junior Black Sox at the Junior Men's World Championship in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Canada. That one's in there for a called strike 1. And it seems that the rain has stopped indeed. That one's at foul. So now for the 0-2 pitch. They go outside. 1 and 2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Again outside. Now the 2-2 from Turkelson, and that's hit foul towards the playground. That's covered in netting, so it's perfectly safe for the kids. You can see that there. And that's Erud Rage trying to get that ball from off the top of the netting. 2 and 2 on Peter Rona. And that's a mighty shot and well out of the park for a 3-run home run by the Black Sox. 3-0, or three runs. Say 50-0 now in the top of the fifth inning with 2 down. He smashed that one, and he's eating sunflower seeds even when he's ripping home runs. Next up, Campbell. Anoka. That's Nikolai Osner. And the pitch from Valdemar. That's called a ball. That's in there. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 now. So the 1-2. Good pitch by Valde. 2-2 now on Campbell Inoka. That missed upstairs. Now the payoff by Valde Terkelsen. And that's hit up in the air into the gap. And under it comes Lohmann to make the catch. So we'll be going to the bottom part of the 5th inning. The Black Sox got 9 runs on 4 hits. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the bottom part of the 5th inning, in which Team Denmark have to score at least 9 runs to stay alive in this one. There's been a pitching change. It will be Iru Drage, the lefty from Waitakere Bears, pitching now. That's his first appearance at this tournament. He did pitch a number of innings in the warm-up games. So he'll be given the chance to pitch for a while here, just to make sure that he'll be ready for the rest of the tournament. We have the last day of round-robin play scheduled for tomorrow. And then on Saturday with the playoffs. The system of the tournament has changed a bit, as Botswana didn't show up after they first say they were coming, then they said they were not coming, then they said that they might be coming, and in the end they didn't show up. No more comments on that. So the system of the tournament is that the top 4 teams make the playoffs. The number 1 team will play number 4 in one semifinal game. The number 2 and number 3 teams will match up in the other semifinal game, and then obviously there'll be the bronze medal game and the grand final. So a lot more fastball coming up here at the 2018 WBSC Intercontinental Cup. The first batter to face Iru Drage is Patrick Nielsen, who had a hit his first time up. Send it to center field. And now a soft comebacker, sort of a check swing ground ball by Nielsen to Drage, who picks it up and makes the throw to first. Next up, number 10, Nikolai Elsner. And Drage with the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. good changeup by Drage. That was, I believe, the Director of Communication at Southpole Europe, Mrs. Helena Novotná. She comes from the local club here, the Yoders. One ball and 2 strikes. Up and in, 2-2. And that's right there in the middle of the zone. A good change up again by Drage. So that's out number 2. Batting next, Valde Terkelsen. So the first pitch from the southpaw Drage to the southpaw Terkelsen. He was batting 4 for 10 for the Pueblo Bandits at the ISC World Tournament. Hit 2 home runs. Solo shots apparently, as he only had 2 runs batted in. One ball and 1 strike. A good rise ball slider out of the zone by Drage. Two and 1. A pop-up fly to shallow left field. Under it comes Cole Evans to make the final out of the game. So the Golden Homes Black Sox from New Zealand defeat Team Denmark by a score of 15-0 in 5. So the players now shake hands after the game. Just a quick look at the pitching stats for Campbell Gibson. He will be credited with the win through 4 innings, allowed 5 hits and no runs, struck out 3. Eduardo Drage, 1 inning, struck out 1. And that was it. We saw 10 hits by New Zealand and 5 hits by Denmark. They were quite solid through 3 or 4 innings, but then the Black Sox exploded in the top of the 5th inning, scoring 9 runs, and that was it. We're going to have a look at a couple of replays. There was a stolen base by Beninoka. That was a hit by Joel Evans, I believe. A home run by Cole Evans, and so on and so forth. We'll be back with you live at around 1:20 for that game at 1:30 between Japan and Argentina. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more. This has been a live presentation by Playo.tv, brought to you thanks to our many sponsors and partners. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.